Bookstahuda! Hello, welcome to today's book haul. As we all know, as soon as we get rid of some books, more books just appear in your house. I don't really know where they come from. You know, they just appear. I'm kidding. I found a bunch of used books, and I bought a couple on Amazon because I got an Amazon gift card, and, you know, I can never hang on to anything like that for too long. Currently, I am reading Books vs. Cigarettes by George Orwell. I'm on an Orwell kick. I finished his pamphlet, Politics and the English Language, and also Why I Write, one of his other Great Ideas series books. I am reading this along with A Portable Shelter by Christy Logan. I'm reading that with Erin of the Bibliotherapy, sorry. And I'm on a kick of George Orwell. I just love it. This is really cool. I love the Great Ideas series. I want to collect them all. In fact, I have another George Orwell one on the way. So, gift to myself from Amazon was Jen Campbell's The Bookshop book. This book has it's about 300 bookstores, and I wanted something that I could read before I went to sleep that didn't require all that much thought, but was, still bookish. So, here it is. I will let you know how it is. I'm sure it's wonderful because everything Jen does is great. I can't remember if I hauled this or not, so if I did, forgive me, but I picked this up at Books A Million when I was shopping with Cherish and Kendra. This is The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. It just jumped off the shelves at me, and it sounded fun on the back. It's about spies in London. I tend to read a lot of stuff about London, you know me. And it's a pretty cover, and it has a couple sequels, and it's reviewed well in the back, so... I like this kind of floppy book and this kind of paper and cover, so I want to read it soon. Then I picked up by Tanya Huff, Sing the Four Quarters, the first in this series. I think it's a quadrology. I really enjoyed reading The Firestone by Tanya Huff earlier in the year. She was one of my favorite authors as a teenager, and now I want to get back into her and read stuff of hers that I haven't read, so I'm slowly collecting them. These have been re-released with more modern covers, but I really am enjoying the cringe-tastic fantasy look of these, and they're peach and pink, which is very strange for a fantasy series, so I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of fantasy series and singing, this was recommended to me by my fiance's brother, actually. They're called The Spellsong Cycle by L.E. Moudsit Jr., The Soprano Sorceress and the Spellsong War, and he said these were really great, and he and I tend to have similar reading interests. I think I got these at Savers, 1 and 2, so I got them for $1 a piece, which is pretty good. And they're not in bad shape. I mean, they could be in better shape, but I kind of enjoy vintage fantasy paperbacks that are a little beaten up. This I also bought at Savers that day. It's a little gift for myself. It's kind of silly. I may pass it on to my dad at some point, but Little Grey Cells, The Quotable Poirot, Agatha Christie, and it comes with an essay about him. If you've never watched any or read any Agatha Christie's Poirot, you're missing out. He is a feisty little Belgian. He's just smart and sassy and has a fastidious moustache. So I bought this intending to read it last year, but didn't, and I will get to it this Christmas. Hercule Poirot's Christmas. I really recommend watching some. I think all of them are on Netflix, or at least a lot of them are on Netflix now. If you haven't seen any Poirots before, I recommend starting with one with Colonel Hastings in it, because Hastings he's just fantastic. I say, Poirot. I picked up these next two from the same used bookstore. They are actually in a park that I just went to with a friend. So, used bookstore in a park. Can it get any better? Don't think so. How Proust Can Change Your Life by Alain de Botton. A self-help manual for the intelligent person. Witty, funny, and tonic. I bought The Course of Love by the same author last year because I listened to the Penguin podcast with him, and I really liked his humor, so maybe this will be great too. I flipped through and read a little bit, and it seems really interesting. This book it's a vintage book, which vintage is my favorite publisher. It seems cool, and I don't think whoever was given this, I assume it was given as a gift because it's in perfect condition. I also picked up from there for a steal. This was $1.50. The Oxford Illustrated Literary Guide to Great Britain and Ireland. And as you might imagine, it's basically a like encyclopedia of literary stuff. Like it has beautiful pictures of places. Oh, this is from Tolkien's childhood. So, I mean, I don't know that this is one that I'll like read from front to back, but it would be great and fun to flip through every once in a while. So just lots of cool stuff about literature. Byron's home. It's just, yeah, so cool. Someday I would love to go to all these places, but you know, that would cost a fortune. Last but not least, I found another copy of an Outlander book that I didn't already have. There were also other copies of paperback Outlander books that I already had, and they were in better conditions than the one that I already had, but I said, you know, save your money, you already have it, you've already read them, let it go. And so I let it go. But I found a hardback old copy of Drums of Autumn, and look at it, it's so beautiful, I can't even stand it. It's barely, it looks like it's barely been touched. It's just great. I haven't read this book yet. I will probably read. I do have the big paperback as well, so maybe when I'm at home I'll read this copy, and when I'm out and about I'll read that paperback copy. But oh, it's so beautiful. I love these old covers. Like, look at the detail. And Diana Gabaldon is very young on the back. I mean, she has been writing these books for a very long time. How old is this? This is 1997, so find of the day. Thank you very much for watching this haul. I hope you had a great day, or have a great day, whatever time of day it is for you. I'm sure I'll have another haul up soon, because I never stop buying books. Books to